What's up, everybody? This is Brian Pfeiffer, MarketingMeathead.com, and today I'm going to show you guys how to build a dashboard if you're running multiple traffic sources, so you can just look in and see what your cost per lead is every day. All right, welcome back. So as a business owner, I'm running a lot of traffic. I have like 4 different companies, multiple media buyers and whatnot. So one of the big problems I have is like when you're trying to log in and see, what this traffic source is doing, that traffic source is doing, it gets a little bit cumbersome, especially if you're running like multiple campaigns and multiple different ad accounts. It just can get really confusing. So I figured out a way. I went through a training and I learned how to do a Google dashboard. It's actually free to use. The dashboard itself, now the software that connects the dashboard to the ad accounts is it's a paid service. It's called Supermetrics, but I'm going to show you guys step by step on what you need to set up a dashboard today with Google data. Okay, so if you like learning how to make money online, media buying, different how-to things, different tools, affiliate campaign, Shopify, e-com, this is the channel for you. Make sure you subscribe, bang the notifications bell, because I always got some value to deliver. All right, and if you haven't liked this video, make sure you like this video. It helps the algorithm. So here's what the dashboard looks like. This is just a simple one. I'm just using Facebook and I'm using AdWords, okay? 2 campaigns. Eventually what I'll do here is you can just, when you edit this, you can actually edit this here, and you can actually make this into, you could actually just do a copy and then a paste. And then here you'd have, say for example, you're running like Pinterest, okay? Grab both those here. Okay, so maybe you want to run like, and I'll show you how to set all this up. It's not hard. So Pinterest, and then you could have like Snapchat, you could have LinkedIn, you could have Twitter, and you could be running all these, and you can kind of keep an eye on your total cost per lead and whatnot. It's definitely a useful tool if you are like an agency or if you have multiple businesses like I do, okay? And then you can just give them like a share link and they can just go in and check the cost of their leads every day, and it's really handy. And then there's a whole nother level to this if you have like funnels with multiple steps and whatnot, which I'll probably set up on a later video for you guys. But this is just the basics so you can understand kind of what's possible, okay? First thing you're gonna need is you're gonna need your analytics set up, your Google Analytics. So it's really easy to set that up. Just Google it. It's not hard. And then you're going to want to set up a couple goals. And because the way I'm going to teach you guys how to do this is your goals are going to be down here. So obviously the goals are by date. So this is a couple days ago here. So if we went into today, that would put it here. That's a day later, whatever. But here's a goal. This is goal number 1 and goal number 2. So this is how Supermetrics is going to work, jive with the system, okay? And I'm going to show you how to do this, okay? So Supermetrics is a paid service. I think it's about $99 a month for the lowest plan. So if you're running like heavy traffic and you're running a media buying and whatnot, and you want to keep your data all nice, and maybe an SMMA agency, you could actually use this as well to give to your customers. So right now I'm running AdWords. This is an AdWords account. So the campaign that I'm going to be hooking this up to is this BTV right here, this one here, okay? And so Supermetrics is going to pull in from this, and we'll have the data come in from Google Analytics, and the data is also going to come in from the Google AdWords account into a Google Sheet, and then the Google Sheet is connected with Supermetrics. The sheet gets the data, and then the data is pulled from the sheet into Google data, which is where you build the dashboard, okay? So that's how the whole system works. And this is going to be the 23rd, okay? I don't think I even got any leads on this today, and for some reason it spent $32 on a $20 budget, which makes 0 sense how it went over, but whatever, it is what it is. So the way this works, okay, is you're going to need to start out with a spreadsheet, okay? And credit to John Belcher on this spreadsheet at AdSkills. He's the one who kind of came up with this spreadsheet. And what you want to do is you're going to add on Supermetrics here, okay? And if we refresh all, this is going to refresh all the queries and whatnot that I set up. Now, I'll show you how to do this real quick. It's really not that complicated. It looks more complicated than it is. After you set up like one dashboard, it's like actually pretty easy, and it's very useful. Okay, so I found it very useful. Now notice here it's like refreshing all my metrics. But But every one of these sheets on the bottom here, there's this master sheet, which is going to the master sheet's what's going to talk to the Google data. And like I said, Google data is free. All right, so give this a second. It's kind of slow here. It's refreshing all the spreadsheets. Now, mind you, I only have Facebook and Google set up. Okay, when I set up Snapchat this weekend, I'm talking to the rep tomorrow on Snapchat. I'm actually going to be setting up some Pinterest retargeting, and I'm going to be setting up some LinkedIn retargeting. So LinkedIn, Pinterest, and Snapchat, and YouTube retargeting as well. So that's 4 traffic sources on top of the Google and the Facebook that I'm running. Plus, that's 4 companies that I'm running it for. So we're talking about a grand total of, what is that, 7 different traffic sources times 4. That's 28 dashboards and things I have to check. But here I can put it all into one nice looking, dashboard, okay? And once you set this up once, it's kind of one of those things that updates automatically. Now, I don't know what just happened there, but I'm going to launch a sidebar. So we do an add-on here, launch a sidebar. This thing is like really slow for some reason. Okay, here we go. All right, so the way this thing works is, all right, so we modify this, you'll see, okay? Now, the data source, the way Supermetrics works, all this stuff is basically through Supermetrics. I'll pull that up here real quick so you can just see what that looks like. Supermetrics, okay? And, once you have an account, you log in, and they give you like a 15-day free trial. That was not what I was looking for because that's some kind of Chinese website. Supermetrics. Must be a different URL. Did you mean Supermetrics? Yes, this is what I meant. Okay, so it was Supermetrics. I must have spelled it wrong. All right, so there's your free trial, and basically it gives you like a. I'm using this for Google Sheets. Okay, that's the one I used, and then you can see here there's a hobby. You can have a licensed user. You obviously can't do too much with the hobby. It's Google Analytics, but this is what I'm using, the Facebook, the Google Ads. It's got Pinterest, Snapchat, basically everything that I need in here. I think I'll be covered with what I'm going to be running here. So the way this works is you have a Google Sheet, okay, and then the Supermetrics is going to be an add-on. It's pretty simple to set it up. It's kind of step-by-step. And then you pick a data source, okay, and let's see here. I'm going to just do a refresh on this. Exit, and let's go scroll down here. It's going to let me see here, data source. And notice here the different data sources, okay? Here's all your different companies, Snapchat, there's LinkedIn, Pinterest, all the ones that I'm going to need. Instagram's even here if you want to set up a separate cost per lead for Instagram. YouTube, obviously. So you can really get granular with this, okay, by the way. And look at all the other stuff here, Salesforce and whatnot, Taboola. So this is high-tech stuff. I mean, this is next level. All right, let's see. So I'm running a query now which is the way I had it set up. Okay, so let's go here, and this is going to be a. All right, so basically now this just pulled in. The way I have it set up is my data source is Google Analytics. This is my website data. Okay, this is for Google Analytics. Okay, you can see my different Google Analytics accounts here. And what I'm doing here is I'm selecting the date range, and you always want to start with the cursor up here on the top right. And I went back from 12:15 to now. Okay, and you always want to put now because then it just updates automatically every day. And goal 2 completions. Okay, this is where this is pulling from. This is goal 2. Okay, so I'll make sure I'm in the right one here. Let's go to Bachelorette Vegas. That is right there. Boom, boom, and you're going to see goal 2 completions. Now, the way I have this set up, this is for the 23rd. Now, I actually don't have this set up properly right now because I don't have all my Facebook traffic running to this particular landing page. I have some of the Facebook traffic running to a lead ad and some of the Facebook traffic running to a just straight to Messenger. So I got to play around with it to make this right. But the demonstration, for demonstration purposes, if you were running the traffic to this landing page and this was a goal, the completion of that landing on this landing page was a goal, then this would work. Okay, this would work properly. But obviously, every setup is going to be a little bit different depending on how you're going to set it up. All right, so let's go back here to the sheet. So that's a goal 2 completion. That's what it's pulling. Okay, now that is for Facebook, but right now I'm running. I'm running Google AdWords to that page. Okay, so it's not really pulling any information right now. But then you have the date, which is this, and then the row. Okay, and then the filter contains CPC. Okay, that's the medium. So basically, you can set up the URL parameters, Google URL parameters, and you can set this up. So you can actually set this up to be able to go and actually like track like what source and everything. I use this Google URL builder, and basically you just put in like Facebook, you put in whatever it's a banner, an email, whatever. But basically you fill this in and you attach this. This will be like your link, okay? And you'll notice here there's the link will actually look like this, okay? So it'll be the and symbol and then UTM, and then this is all like data that goes into your analytics, and that's how Supermetrics will be able to know what's coming in, okay? So it's a pretty cool setup. This is, it looks complicated, but it's really not. You just put in, where the stuff comes from, and you paste this link in as your go-to link, okay? And then that's how Google Analytics is able to track, because it passes through that data, okay, to the analytics. So it's pretty handy. Again, I got to play around with, because I have a lot of campaigns set up, and some are going to Messenger and some are going to a lead ad, and I don't have any going to that landing page right now on Facebook, but I might change that just so it's all like easy to track and whatnot. And so then I don't have any options in here. I'm just basically saying it just contains CPC. Now this is the AdWords I'm in actually right now. That's why it's showing AdWords. And I don't think I had any leads yesterday, but I did have a couple yesterday. But AdWords is not tracking my conversions properly, and I don't know 100% why. I'm still trying to figure that out. But this is for actually Google AdWords. Okay, so this is the Google AdWords sheet, because I didn't realize I was on this tab. Okay, so that's Google AdWords. That's the goal to completions. I'm showing 6 here, but I have my website. People that come on organically to this particular thank you page are actually going to the same thank you page now too. Okay, and if you I have it all running to one thank you page just because it's easier that way for me. But the way the system works is with the parameters and whatnot, Google can actually see, the analytics can actually see what's coming from my AdWords campaign, and they're actually coming from my landing page to the thank you page, and that's how that would track. But again, I'm not getting the proper tracking from Google AdWords to my landing page. For some reason, it's not tracking all the conversions. It's only tracking some, and it's really annoying, because it's not like it's not tracking at all. It's tracking like some. So it's tracking some, but not tracking some. It's just like one of those really annoying type of things. But it is what it is. All right, so let me finish the demo here. So basically, I'm basically saying the medium is CPC and or it's coming from Google, okay? And then I'm able to pull this data in. So notice the date here. These are the leads, okay? These are the goal to completion. Those are the actual leads. They landed on the thank you page, okay? And then there's the AdWords campaign data. And let me show you guys how this is set up. So let's see. So we're going from, let's see. I want to make sure that this isn't in the, let's see, add-ons. Okay, so we go to Supermetrics here, and we launch the sidebar. Usually it just kind of follows you around, but it doesn't look like it's refreshing. My computer's kind of slow right now. All right, so there we go. So now we're pulling in this is actually going to be coming in from Google Ads now, not Google Analytics. Okay, so notice your data source is Google Ads, and then this is the ad account, and this is the dates. You want to go till now, and then we're going to do the cost, impressions, and clicks. Cost, impressions, and clicks, and sort by date, campaign name, ad group name. Okay, and that's how you set this all up. Okay. And the campaign name, that's what I name this campaign, okay? And nothing here in the options, all right? You can do a lot of different stuff with this particular software. I haven't even got into it that much. I've just got it set up. And then you just do this is set up to basically just run, and we just do a refresh here and get the data to table. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to cancel that, because you got to make sure this thing, let's go ahead and delete this thing. Delete. You got to make sure the cursor is in the top right. So you got to refresh this, and then it's going to pull in all the data from. I have 3 different ad sets in this particular campaign. So if we go in here, you'll see BTV, this is the 24th. Right now, this is today. This was yesterday, so we had 15, 12, and 4. So that sounds about right. It spent like $32 roughly, and that's exactly what it spent. So 32.30, that's going to add up to that. Okay, so that's the data that just got pulled in by Supermetrics, and then here's my Google Ads, or here's the Google Analytics Facebook conversions, and I said I don't have this set up properly, which I don't right now. I got to mess around with that, but it is getting some of the conversions to come in, but not all of them. Like I said, I got to play around with the ads and whatnot. I'm only running like $3 a day on these campaigns because they're just retargeting campaigns, so it's not going to get a lot of leads, but here and there it does get one. So then this is actually the Facebook campaign data here. I'm going to refresh this, and then I'll show you what this is pulling in. So basically, you have a Facebook campaign data. You have the Facebook conversions. That's your date and your leads. And then you have your AdWords campaign data, and then you have your AdWords conversions, okay? So it's really a pretty simple spreadsheet, and it's just pulling in this data. And then what it does is we put a query into the master sheet to pull from these 3 sheets, and then that goes into Google Data. And I'll show you guys that in a sec, okay? And this thing is super slow. Looks like Facebook might be acting up here. Looks like Facebook temporary issues with their API. So it is what it is. It's not really working right now because that's a Facebook thing. So let's go back here to the master sheet. I'm going to show you kind of how this all works. And this isn't really like a step-by-step video to do it, like learn how to do it. I just kind of want to show you guys what's possible so you have the knowledge that if you want to set this up, you can, okay? And the way this works is this is all just done by formulas, okay? And basically, this is going to be a formula. It pulls those two together, okay? The total leads, it's just taking those two and pulling them together. If you have a look, I'm going to X out of this thing, okay? And then this is where it gets a little bit more technical. This is going to be pulling a query. This is called a sum-if query. If you want to take a look at that, you can copy that. If you want to hit me up via like the comments below, I can send you this, and you can make a copy of it. And this is the query that you're going to do. But basically, you got to go over here to sum-if, and you'll notice here on the campaign data, I can't really do it right now because Facebook's not working properly. But it's actually going to pull data with a sum-if formula, and it pulls it from this sheet, and then this one is just pulling a lookup of the conversions from the Facebook sheet, and then these formulas are just basically pulling in from those other sheet, okay? And they're not really hard formulas. Actually, you do them one time, and you just copy and paste sort of. And basically, so these are the 4 sheets, and then this is the data that's getting pulled into the master sheet, okay? And then once you have the data in here, now it's not updated because I'm not able to get this thing to work right now with the Facebook's API. But once you have this master sheet, then you go over here to Google. This is called Google Data Studio, okay? datastudio.google.com, and it's free. And then what you do is you just create, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to make one of these, you're going to make basically a blank report, okay? And then the blank report is, when you put it in edit mode, you'll notice here that basically let me see if it's kind of hard for me to see right here. Basically, you put a date in here, okay? You can just add like a date range. Where is the date range on here? I haven't done this for a few days here. Let's see, we're going to add a date range. So basically, you add a date range, and then you're going to have your total spend, which is a formula, or that's not a formula, but then your total leads that's coming in, that's going to be a formula that you put on here. So notice how you got like a data source here. You click on this, and this is going to take you over to the area where you actually put your formulas in. But all this stuff gets pulled in via Supermetrics. Okay, once you connect the sheet to the Google Data Studio, it just gets pulled in. And then you got to just go in and add the formulas here. Simple formula here. You just click on AdWords spend divided by AdWords leads, and that gives you this formula. Okay. And then there's another formula you got to put in, the Facebook cost per lead, and that's a simple one, Facebook spend divided by Facebook leads, really easy. And then the final formula you got to put in is your overall, and and that just takes the total spend divided by total leads, okay? And all this stuff is all in here. The only thing you got to make sure you change is the currency, whether it's a currency or a number, or if it's a date, okay? And all this stuff just pulls right in from the master sheet, and it's pretty easy to set up. You just basically takes a couple seconds to set up, and then once you're done, you click done here, and then all this data is right here. So like here's your total ad spend, and you can actually go in and you can change that, okay? But that's pulling from the other sheet, okay? So there's total ad spend. Obviously your leads, it's already in here, but if you wanted to add your leads, you click total leads, and it just pulls from this other sheet, and it's really pretty simple. So, but once you have it all set up, it's actually really nice. And if Supermetrics was actually working properly right now, we would actually be able to go in and let's try it one more time. And you can actually see your actual, cost per lead, your total spend and everything. But you can do that for all your traffic sources. So if you're spending, I'll be able to go in and look when I have it all set up. I'll do another video, and I'll have like Snapchat, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Google AdWords, YouTube, and I'll have it all in one dashboard for each business, and it'll be just a super simple setup to go in and see what I'm spending every day on each business, what my cost per lead is, and it's just a beautiful system. Okay, so this video was more. I made this video to make you guys aware of the Google Data Studio, because most people out there probably haven't heard of this, but it is available and it is free. Supermetrics is not free, but Google Sheets is free. Google Analytics is free. And obviously, if you're running Google ads or Facebook ads, you have an account for that already. So just the main cost you really got to look at is probably the Supermetrics. If you're like an agency or you're running any kind of business and you want to have this all in one nice looking dash, let me know, and I will go ahead and do a follow-up video once I get everything set up and walk you guys through maybe step by step of the full setup, so you can actually see how you can have value to this, and you can just, instead of waking up and having to look at 10 different accounts to make sure nothing's going awry, you can just look in your dash and it's right there. Okay, so hopefully you guys got some out of today. I know it's kind of a little bit of a lengthy video, and it's kind of unfortunate that Facebook is having a problem here. This is an API issue with Facebook, so nothing I can do about that on this particular call. But the dash is pretty dope. I mean, when you have it set up, it looks pretty dope. I mean, like, you do a view, and it's just really nice. Okay, so if you have customers or whatnot, and you're doing their ads and whatnot, you can send them this little dash, and it's really not going to cost you that much. If you have two customers, that's $50 a customer to give them a month, to give them a nice, a nice printout, or basically something they can look in on every day and see what you're doing. Okay, so I'm the Marketing Meathead. Hopefully you got some out of today. Make sure you like this video if you got some value out of it. We'll talk to you later.